1. Okay. Three, two, one. Okay.
Hello everybody. Before we get started, as always, I want to give a shout out to the lovely music we've been listening to during pre-stream here. This is Dreamer by Declan DP. You can find their information in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. Thank you to Declan and everybody like them who makes either free to use or low-cost assets for us streamers so we can have better streams. Thank you very much. There I am. That's odd. Hello! It is I, Deuscain, your variety tape streamer for the day. And today, we are not returning to Chained Echoes, because I beat it yesterday. Good game. Good game. So, rather than picking out a brand new game to start for stream this week, I've instead decided that we're going to play a demo, look through what I had, and I found an interesting one here titled, and I quote, Duck Detective, The Secret Salami. I don't know what it is. It's a demo for a game that's going to be coming out in a month or so. And I mean, you know what? I'll give it a try. I'm in kind of a mood for like a visual novel thing. So, yeah, check out that. And otherwise, yeah, if we finish that a little bit early, maybe I'll play some Stardew or something. But yeah, how you doing, chat? You having a good day? Good morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever it is in your part of the world. Chained Echoes was so good. So good. I was really, really happy with that game. I was really happy with the ending, which if you missed that stream, the VOD's going to be up on YouTube before too much longer. Actually, let me do that thing now, because that's a good idea. I am still, for the most part, uploading all my clips and VODs to YouTube here. More VODs these days than clips, but it is still all going up there. One game I am thinking of starting up next week is going to be Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. And in that case, because Nintendo is Nintendo, I probably won't be uploading those VODs because I don't feel like getting copyright strikes. But, so yeah, I have to find something else to play alongside that so that I actually have content for YouTube. But otherwise, yeah, it's a good time. Sundays are always so good and also terrifying because you're just like, I finally settled into the weekend. Well, I guess I'll be going back to work tomorrow. 2 days just does not feel long enough. It does not. So, I am a little saddened by the fact that I will be going back to work in the morn. But not too bad. My job lets me work from home a couple days a week, so that'll be beginning and the end of this week. And I've got some big meetings and stuff Wednesday and Thursday that I'll have to take care of. And I'm a little bit nervous about that, not gonna lie. But this is the last week I have before I get a nice big vacation. Good old week off from work, so it's 9 days, counting the weekends, I think. So, gonna get a bunch of stuff done. Don't know if I'm gonna stream a whole lot extra at that time. I will definitely be doing some streaming. I'm not gonna skip that completely, but I have some like plans and stuff that I want to do and places I want to go out and visit. So I'm gonna be doing a bunch of that at that time. So, yes, that's the intention. We'll see how that goes, or if I just stay home the whole time. But yeah, should be good. It's always because I usually do like a little like half an hour, like 20-minute thing here at the start of stream, chatting about what's going on. But Sundays are always a little bit trickier to do that for because, well, I talked about all the stuff I did yesterday. So like I gotta talk about my week again because I did that yesterday. So yeah, it's a thing. But let's see what else. Yeah, I got nothing. But no, I've got a couple of games that I'm kind of eyeing up now. I would really like to do A Link to the Past again, because I wanted to do that earlier, and then Chained Echoes just really, really, really grabbed my attention. And I'm glad I went in as hard on that as I did, because it was a fantastic game. And taking it slower, I will say one regret I have. I did do like a double day last weekend, and if I hadn't done that, if I'd let that stream be 2, I'd be finishing Chained Echoes today. It would be the 13th stream of Chained Echoes, and I wouldn't have to plan something last minute for today. But aside from that, like, fantastic game. Not perfect, so I can't give it like a 10 out of 10, but it's a solid 8, maybe even a 9. Ooh. Yawns look so silly with this model. Oh, is that a Sorath in chat? I'm Yoijin. But, yeah. Looking forward to getting some more art from some commissions I've done back, because I have one that I'm really a little bit nervous about, because it's the first time I've ordered anything that's like a Skeb style, and I really haven't heard any communication from the artist. Like, their original deadline was supposed to be by the beginning of the month, or beginning of next month, but I also know they had tech issues, so they might be a little bit behind. So, it's an artist I know, and I've interacted with their community before, so if I don't hear back from them too much longer, I might go poke them. But, yeah. Or maybe I'll give them a little bit longer. Oh, I swear I had tea today. I should be awake. But, alas, the EP. The EP is strong. But yeah, I think I've been thinking about like what to do for stream and how much to stream and like what to do around that, because the weekend schedule works all right for me, but it does kind of like fire a cannonball into the middle of my Saturday and Sunday, and it's hard to kind of get into a groove in the morning and then shift gears into stream and then shift out of it in the evening. So maybe I'll change it up and do like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing again like I used to. We'll see. I do kind of want to do like Tuesdays, because I do have some streams I watch other times during the week. So I'm not sure if I want to stream at the same times or if I want to like alternate so that I can watch those streams. It's kind of why I'm doing Tuesday nights now, because one streamer that I watch a lot of her streams, my friend Starblight Malice, I know she doesn't stream Tuesday nights, so it's a time to watch. And I could probably add like Friday nights too. That is also a non-Malice night, but I'm tired. It's the end of a week. I don't know how much entertainment I'll be, chat. I have a tendency to burn the candle at both ends by the end of the week, and yeah, it's the EP boy is not terribly entertaining. At least it doesn't feel like he is. So, yeah. Put that back a little bit. See if that. Oh, that does do better for my mouth. Cool. But yeah, let me think. What else? I've been seeing some advertisements, people talking about an anime for Kaiju number 8 showing up now. I'm a little bit excited about that. It looks like it's getting some nice treatment. And I've been reading the manga, so the manga's so good. The manga's so good. That one, and there's one dealing with like enchanted swords. Let me look up the name here quick, because they just did Shonen Jump today. I was reading a little bit before. Kagurabachi. Kagurabachi is really good. I'm kind of hoping that one gets like the Demon Slayer treatment, because they have some really cool effects for their enchanted swords. And if it does get Demon Slayer treatment, like with that really cool art style for like the magical sword attacks, That'll be so fucking good for Kagurabachi. That one's actually really, really good. Ooh. Besides that, I probably should get back into watching more anime again. I kind of got out of that, oddly enough, over the pandemic when I would have had more time to do that. But I just got into different content. I was watching a lot of like D&D streams, and I've kind of gotten out of that habit. So, yeah, might change up my viewing habits a little bit and see what resonates with me these days. But I am still happy I'm reading so much, because that is a thing that has stayed with me for a very long time, and it makes me very happy. So, got me a subscription to Shonen Jump Online, and I read a lot of the new stuff that comes out. And there's actually one that just came out today that I was looking at my phone since I was looking up Kagurabachi. And there's one here called Kyokuto Necromance. Kind of curious what that one's about. The description says, deadly spirits abound and can be used as weapons to destroy their own kind. I don't recognize the author's name, but that doesn't mean much. It's Husai Naba? Let me see. What did they also make? Made a couple of manga, but none that I really recognize. But hey, congrats to them for making it in Shonen Jump. That's pretty good. I might check it out. And I also read the newest chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen today. That is, someone's finally asked a valid and important question about one of the characters. And I don't know quite what... I'm not going to spoil anything, because obviously it's Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, don't spoil popular shows. But people are finally kind of asking the right questions about certain things. And I have a feeling something's going to be coming to a head. So, it's a little bit exciting. But, yeah, what actually all am I reading right now? Because they went through... Let me look at my favorites. Yeah, I stopped reading that one, so we're going to remove it from favorites. I'm reading Black Clover when it returns from its hiatus. Bleach, if it ever starts up the Hell Arc. Blue Exorcist. Boruto. Basically, the new Boruto chapters. Oh, do they rename it to something weird and stupid when they... Oh, yeah, it's like Twin Blue Vortexes or something. Chainsaw Man I'm reading. D. Gray Man, whenever... Once in a blue moon when they release those chapters. Kagurabachi, Kaiji number 8. My Hero, obviously, because that's a lot of people's. Nue's Exorcist is kind of an interesting one. I could see that one being a thing that could become really popular. I have no idea how popular it is now, but it's interesting. One Punch Man, because yes. Ruri Dragon, which is a nice slice of life one. It's good. Seraph of the End. I'm a little surprised that didn't turn into anything major. Got vampires. But it's also a little weird and convoluted, so me. Spy Family. Twin Star Exorcists. And World Trigger. Which I think World Trigger got an anime at one point. So, yeah. Why do I not have the other Boruto one in here? Where are you? Where are you, Boruto the new? What weird thing did they call you? Yeah. Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. So, meh. Also reading like Dragon Ball Super in there, which I don't know if that's gonna go anywhere. After this point, they've kind of done a bunch of big things. Like, they've got potential to, like, move at different places, but they kind of have run out of power scaling to do. Like, there aren't really big... Like, Goku and Vegeta are, like, strong enough to handle universe-destroying threats. So it's kind of difficult to find interesting or captivating things for them to fight. Because they can kill them all. So there usually has to be, like, a trick or a gimmick or something like that. So it's hard to tell compelling stories about characters like that just constantly have to get stronger. And unfortunately, like Spider-Man stories, you can't really tell them about characters and have them solve a problem in a clever way. Like, the Saiyans tend to be fairly brute force with how they resolve stuff. And every now and again, they'll like break out a new technique or think of a different way to fight opponents. But they're at a power level where functionally almost no one's going to be able to take out Goku and Vegeta if they're actually being serious. And even the few people in that story that are being kind of raised as their successors are also at a power level that is just, no one's going to be able to beat them. No one's going to be able to do anything. So, like, and then what do you do with that story? Because you can't scale up any higher, and why would you scale down? Like, why would you have, like, and that's kind of the problem that Boruto had, where, like, we watched the story of Naruto going from, like, a nothing, like a genin, to essentially Hokage. And we were rooting for him the whole way. And then you get to Boruto, and now we need to stop following the guy that we were following and deal with his kid, who's younger than him, less mature than him, is weaker than him, but somehow needs to be relevant for stories with power scaling. It didn't really work out. And then there was a lot of, like, them constantly having to, like, we're gonna have to find a corner to stuff Naruto and Sasuke in so that they won't step on the story so their kids can do well. So it doesn't really work quite as well. And they've done a lot of things with that story that I did not enjoy. In part just because, like I said, they can't let the story sunset. They are just trying to sell more and more of it. Makes me a little bit worried what's going to happen when One Piece ends, because that's just like, that is a huge story. But be interesting. It's kind of an interest of mine. And actually, a long time ago, when I used to write regularly, I actually did a series of essays about, like, the endings of stories and how people do them, and just the different ways that they handle that. And it was really... There's a question of just, like, having those stories that don't ever end, and the reasons why. And sometimes it's financial, and sometimes it's just, like, the way the story is constructed, it's not designed to end. Like, it's not a linear narrative. Stories like Dragon Ball and Naruto have to end, because you can't just have another stronger bad guy. Because you just get... Having continually stronger bad guys, eventually you hit a point where you're fighting God, and you have to be able to kill them. And then after that, who do you fight? God's God? Like, they can start going there, but, like, it doesn't really work. Anyway, let me get the game booted up, and we'll see what's up with Duck Detective. So let me get swapped over to game. Okay, the audio's there. Short demo, 10 to 15 minutes. Oh boy, we're going to be playing a lot of Stardew today. I was expecting it longer, and I did not notice that the first time. Anyway. Alright, cool. Let's just check out the demo and have some fun with this then. Oh, you can't see the little duck in the corner.
Life wasn't easy.
Sure it wasn't, Detective.
I was a freshly divorced duck, not able to pay next month's rent.
I am kind of enjoying this duck noir.
Not that I had paid for it this month yet. My brain felt foggy, and I was trying to remember Where did all my money go?
I mean, you just got divorced, so...
I had to retrace last night's steps.
Deductions, oh my god, that's cute as fuck, are a vital part of detective work. Find clues by questioning persons and inspecting surroundings. Enter clue words into the blank spaces to solve deductions. Okay. Nest egg. Blank spent his or her last money on blank for blank. Oh my god, it's a little paper thing.
I can't believe Anna actually filed the divorce papers. I took that photo of her in a secluded tulip field. We spoke for hours under the stars that night. And now, she doesn't even answer my texts. This fresh smell. Oh, sweet, spongy loaf. Oh, you keep me safe at night.
She's sleeping with a loaf of bread.
I won't be needing this badge anymore. I guess I can keep it as a souvenir. My new job as the duck detective isn't going any better, though.
Duck detective.
Well, if things keep going badly, I could always sell it online. No messages.
Okay. Like, I love the art style and aesthetic of this. This is great.
Second overdue notice. I wonder at what point they start kicking people out. I have everything I need to solve this now.
I do? The duck detective spent his or her last money on... I definitely didn't spend it on rent. Probably bread? For... Duck approved. Okay, so that's what I did.
Not my proudest moment. But the toast helps me to forget.
Oh my god. Bread is his alcohol.
Anna! I'm a different duck now. I haven't had a slice of bread in weeks. You have to believe me!
You forgot to check caller ID, didn't you, buddy?
Yeah, you're speaking to the duck detective.
Yep.
Let's discuss this in person. I'll be there in an hour.
Okay.
I spent more than half of my remaining cash on the bus fare. And here I was, in front of their bus office. Some sort of rundown coal center. I better crack this case, or I won't even have enough money to make it back home. New bus route starting in August. Visit the scenic mountains of South Siccia. I'd always tell Anna we'd go there one day.
I'm staying here until I get my money back. Bear bus? Huh, more like scam bus.
You, sound unhappy.
You bet I am.
I like the little koala.
Their stupid buses always arrive late. I came back from a work trip to the west and arrived here at 3 in the morning. And they don't even want to give me a refund.
How much did you pay?
2 schmark. That's not the point. It's about the principle.
2 schmark. I don't know how much a schmark is worth.
I could already tell based on her face that the receptionist was a tough one. She wouldn't make life easy for me. But I had to make my way into the office.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the duck detective. I'm here to investigate a case.
Okay. Do you work here?
No.
Then I can't let you in.
But I've been hired by someone from their bus.
Who hired you?
I didn't catch their name.
Listen, buddy. You better get out of here, or I'll...
There's always more to people than you might think. I should take a closer look and figure out what she's about.
Okay. Use the magnifying glass to find clues and press E to uncover them. Windthimer. Keychain, boy band, K-pop band. Tear sad.
You're still here?
I'll leave you alone.
Oh my god, you got a quack button. Stolen mug. First name Laura. Sophie. Birthday.
These are quite... I'm surprised nobody wrote something more. I should be able to deduce her name.
Enter their first and last name into the slots below their portrait in the suspect journal. Alright. So she's Sophie.
You're still here?
Good observation, Sophie Windheimer.
Get out.
Aren't you impressed I deduced your...
I'm wearing a name tag, nitwit.
Well, it doesn't say your first name, though.
That part is creepy, but I'm choosing to ignore it.
What does the K-pop fan thing have to do with anything?
It says it's locked.
Yeah, I can't get in the server room because obvious.
It's locked.
Of course it... This office is...
The 7th is today. Happy Smiley. Giraffe. Cute.
Tomorrow is Friday. Need to remember to collect my dry cleaning. I should be able to figure out what's going... I need to check my notes in the deduct...
Sophie is feeling sad because nobody has remembered her birthday.
That's... I should try and cheer her up.
You're still here?
I'm just here to wish you a happy birthday.
How did you know?
Just another one of Duck Detective's great deductions.
With parentheses.
Huh? Anyway, that was really nice of you. No one else remembered. Can you believe it? If you know my birthday, you must have a connection to someone here. Here's the keycard to the office.
Oh, goodness.
The stained carpets and peeling wallpaper exuded a stench of stale coffee and abandoned dreams. I knew I couldn't stay long, or it would rub off on me.
This is the last straw!
I love the character designs in this. These are great.
Fredderson needs to be fired!
I'll see what I can do. Who are you? Do you have a problem? If you have one, just call our damn hotline.
I'm Eugene McQuacklin, the duck detective. A client hired me to investigate a case.
Why didn't you just say so? It's time we put an end to the awful lunch death. All we need to fire him is some evidence from the upper management. I'll be in my office.
First, I had to find out who works here and what their jobs
That's
are.
why it's the stolen salami. It's a lunch thief.
I needed to find my client as well. Inspecting the crime scene will be important too, but this is a demo. So you'll have to wait for the rest of the game to be made. Thanks for
No!
playing.
No! Curses! Warded! Ah, goodness. Okay, so a much shorter demo than I thought, and they really should have let us work on that thing. But looks fun. I'd play that when it was out. Anyway, let's switch gears and do some Stardew because I've been playing a little bit of my side time. Alright. Switch to that. It says Stardew is running, yet there is no Stardew. So we're going to stop that. And we're going to turn on Stardew Valley. Not effectively, but we're turning it on. I thought I was playing this earlier today. Is it not working? Alright, time to do the IT thing. So I don't see the process up for Stardew Valley. There it is. Interesting. Oh! It's just slow. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to jump into my game up here with a character named Anna, who is on the new chicken farm, which I have called Babes. Because Anna loves babes. Favorite thing, babes? Farm name, babes? Sure, it's fine. I was being silly and playing this on my own. So, let's see. Rain all day tomorrow. Not bad. And I don't have my pick. Which means it's being upgraded. There's that. And that. I got lucky with a couple of days of rain earlier on and was able to upgrade my watering pail really early. Though now I'm at a part of the mines where I can't really progress any further with a copper pick. That's not working out too well for me. Yeah. Chicken. Where's the other chickens? Who didn't get pets? There, you didn't get pets. Salmon berries. No. No more horrible pine trees. Get thee gone. And my cat Miso. Alright. Alright, I was cutting down a couple of trees here too. Got some good money. Ooh, what are you secret? I guess this is the thing they added in a recent update. You've learned a new power. Do I find those anywhere? Or where do I see those? Because farming and foraging are doing the best, which is unsurprising. It's Thursday. I could buy some more crops. Where is... Yeah. There's just plenty of reason to use those. It's too late for more cauliflower. Let me see. I can go looking for more clay, too. That's kind of the reason why I was digging up the farm here. Because I need to build a silo, and I don't have nearly enough clay. And everywhere else that has, like, ground that I can dig up also has a bunch of this grass on it that I don't want to destroy either. Alright, the cutscene for the sewers. Is it now salmonberry season? It was weird because I got the message about salmonberry season earlier. And then there weren't like a lot of salmonberries on the trees. And now all of a sudden there's a bunch more. So maybe they changed something with how the event works. There's that. Let's see. What can we talk about as I run around looking for salmon berries? Seeing a lot of drama in the VTuber space lately. I don't know. That's one of those things that's always kind of surprised me a little bit for people doing online. It's not even content creation and entrepreneurship, just any online thing where you're like running a business. I see some people just act so petty and personal in those spaces that it kind of boggles my mind a little bit. 'Cause I'm like, this is your job. Why are you acting this way at your job? And that is both people who are doing things that are like wildly illegal, while also people who are like responding to people doing things to them that should be very obviously illegal. And I'm just like, some of y'all seem very immature, and I don't know if you've ever worked a day in your life at a job where you weren't your own boss, because it kind of shows like you haven't. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being judgmental about that. Oh, there's Leia. Well, more salmon berries. I actually should get to Pierre's and buy some stuff before it gets too much later. And there's no way I can cook more cauliflower. So it's a question of what do I want to do with my farming space, because I can water more space now. Like, do I want to go... Oh, there's Abby. I'm going to try and marry Abby in this run. I don't think I ever have. That's a JoJo scene. Brain words and stuff. Yeah, it's because like your first spring is really important for building up like your amount of money to be ready for summer. So I could plant a bunch of parsnips and really level up my farming skill, or I can do a bunch of potatoes, which are probably going to be worth more money. So, and I definitely don't want to do beans. I could do tulips and kale and other stuff if I really wanted to, but 6 days to mature. These are 4. I might go the parsnip route now, because even if I planted more potatoes, I'd only be able to plant 1 crop, and then I could do 2 batches of parsnip in that same amount of time. So I did 2 sets of 9, 9, and 9, so that's 27 per. It's 54 total. I don't need to plant all of it, but I will need a bunch over the next couple of days, and I can replant everything twice. So it'd be 51 total because I have 3 bean starters. Hey, J-Log. April's going pretty well. Glad it's almost over because I got vacation. Not this coming week, but the one after. But hello. Mathy. Can I get 100 of these? Let's just do 100. Why not? But how have you been? Has your April been good? Anything at the beach? You're waiting for a new hard disk drive enclosure. Nice. Yeah, I'm not doing so much physical upgrades for stream right now. I'm doing more of like art and commissions and stuff like that, because I really like to get some custom overlays for me and some like a chat overlay, because the one I'm using now is okay, and I've been using the ones I'm using now for like 2 years, and they work, but it'd still be kind of nice to have something that's custom and for me. But part of that requires figuring out what I want to do for like branding, and yeah, that is not my strong suit. The bottom, feeding animals. I had a couple of ideas though, and I was actually shopping a little bit earlier for potential live 2D model artist. So, got a few ideas. I do have a rigger in mind. They're not going to be available for a good long while, but they rigged somebody's work that I saw, and I would like to have a conversation with them. So. Missed one. Alright, so there's that. Oh, I can put 2 more here. There, that works. So put those in there for later. That away, and I can sell basically all the rest. Give me some clay, darn it. No clay. I can't really go into the mines because no pick. Just that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, getting the eggs up and running early on, especially if you can rush and get the mayonnaise makers, that is a solid batch of income early on. Just the only downside is this farm type has very little area plantable land that's like right in your face. The rest of it's covered in grass, and I don't want to cut that until I can get a silo up and running. Yes, clay. That's just, yeah, that does not do the thing. Closure for me, it's a salvage your hard disk drive now on your former laptop, hoping to get the new one ordered via eBay before the month ends. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of tricky to try and salvage an old hard drive. I actually bought something ages ago that was like an external hard disk drive enclosure that you would connect via, I don't think it was USB, though maybe it was. But it was supposed to like let you get old data off, and it worked for the project I bought it for, and then I never really used it since. I think I need 10 clay. I'm nowhere close. I'm nowhere close to the clay I need. But I did use a bunch of my energy. So it's not completely bad. Let's cut that one down, and let's cut you down, because I don't think something will grow if you're there. And we got a seed over there. Put a seed over here. Yeah, I don't know what I would do for like tech issue or like tech upgrades now, because my current tower is pretty new. I got it. Cat was just outside. It's gonna rain all day tomorrow. That's fine. You forgot to pass the hard disk drive data or the files on your backups being USB sticks. You normally do on a weekly or monthly basis. Yeah. Yeah, that happens sometimes. My way of dealing with that was to basically just put all of my data onto cloud storage. And it just backs up automatically. And Saves me a lot of worry. I recommended it to some friends too, the provider I use, and it actually saved them because they had like electrical shortage that fried a computer for them, and they had to replace a bunch of stuff. And because it was on the cloud, they actually got to keep everything. Copper pickaxe is ready. Nice. Beautiful sunny day tomorrow. Alright. Misa hats, okie pokey. Come to old house, pokey. Bring coins. Cloud storage? Never heard of it. It's like Google Drive. Google Drive is a type of cloud storage, yes. It's basically a name for that type of storage. Here it's mixed weather-wise. Ah. $500 dues. You need fresh cauliflower for somebody, which is fine. Oh, I got a gold one. Nice. Sometimes sunny, sometimes cloudy, sometimes muggy. Ah, okay. I see what you're doing there. Teasing me. For shame. Alright, so sell those for lots and lots of money. And then, do the chickens eat the hay immediately, or... I really gotta get that. Oh. Only one big egg today. Gonna get some lunch. You're having, let's say, rice, beans, and chicken fillet strips. Oh, that sounds good. I actually need to get better about, like, making myself some good food. Because I've been eating out way too often. A largemouth bass frenzy has been gunned in the mountains. Ooh. I didn't know they could do frenzies right now. This weather makes me thirsty. Yeah, well. Everything kind of makes you thirsty, Shane. Oh, it's an ad break. Post on social that I'm playing Stardew now too, because why not? Oh no, Mom's making lentil soup tonight. Yeah, sorry kid. Get your lentils. Oh, I should actually go and get something else worked on while I'm doing things. Maybe get the axe? That would have been smart of me. Wrong box. There's that. Alright, I can throw in a bunch of my mining things. I will do that on another day because I'm already tight on time. 10:30 and I haven't hit the mines yet. Copper pick. Upgrade tools. Copper axe. Because I should definitely not do the hoe because I need to get stuff from the mines. What if I should do any, like, Pokemon games here sometime? Because they're not having a new one come out this year. Also, welcome back from the ad break, everybody. I was just saying, I wonder if I should play any of, like, the Pokemon games here on stream. I have a few of them. But there's not going to be a new one coming out for a little while. Oh, congrats on catching the... What is that, a Honedge? Yeah, I like the PCG bot. Alright, let's just start at this level. Alright. Yeah, this is much faster picking. So I'm looking for a level that has farmable land. I'm into Scarlet or Violet. I bought Violet and I played through it. It was okay. Like, I liked aspects of it. But I tried playing it a second time through and I lost interest. So, I think my problem with the second run through is I was trying to do like a high speed team that was high speed and physical damage. And in the end, it just was, it did not work. It did not work at all. So, there's that. I was reading chat instead of fighting. You wish more evolutions and pre-evolutions would appear a bit from past games. A little bit, like, it's good for them to add favorites, but at the same time, like, they don't want to crowd out the current generation. Like, so, some stuff's just gonna appear in every game. Like a Pikachu, I think, was in it. Wasn't Pikachu in Scarlet and Violet? And of course it's going to be in that because it's the freaking mascot from the cartoon show. But, yeah, I can see why people are just kind of tired of, like, Lucario being in every game after he released. Or it released. Are they all he? Might all be he's. But, like, maybe tired of Lucario, tired of a lot of the pseudo-legendaries. Because I think they're all in Scarlet and Violet. Ooh, Woodcutter's Weekly. And asks, is there many families that still have no Evos or pre-evolutions like Farfetch or Skarmory? Yeah, I mean, Farfetch is kind of like a thing all on its own. There's a few that got, like, some extra treatment, like the, oh, what is it? Like the electric and the lava types from Gen 1 did get some, but yeah, you're right, Farfetch didn't get anything. Though they did have, like, Surfetched. There's no pre-evolution for Onyx and Scyther, but they got, like, post-evolution. So there are, like, Onyx and Scyther are the pre-evolution, essentially. But yeah, there's no cute baby version. Ow. Yeah, it'd be nice to see them like build it out a little bit more rather than just doing. It's an Evo from a regional variant. It's not a variant that's intended. A chewing stick. Nice. Yeah, but I mean, it still is a variant, so if you like something like Far-Fetched, that does kind of work. But, I mean, Pokemon was never a game that was really fair in terms of, like, what it evolved. I have a feeling the franchise will never end in general as a whole. Yeah, I mean, Pokemon's gonna go forever. Like, they'll run out of it when they stop having, like, different regions to just turn into new Pokemaps. Because, what, Gen 8 was British, Gen 9 was Spanish, or Spain. So, anime has ended with Ash. Yeah, it took 8 generations. Oh wow, I am actually out of power. Yeah, I mean, Ash, I feel, finally got, like, the send-off he deserved. 6 is French, 7 is Hawaii or tropical. It could be also like, oh, what is Indonesia? Like, it could be like an Indonesian game. I feel like the first couple are supposed to be specifically Japanese. But yeah, so they're going into regions of the world, and they'll eventually run out of stuff, but kind of wondering what the American generation would be like. Maybe very urban and industrial, with themes around that. So I kind of wonder, like, what the theme of each world and, like, how that ties into, like, the themes of the game. I don't know. Hard to say, because the British one was very much like, is nuclear power good or bad? There's a new saga that doesn't involve Ash, like Horizons is becoming generally. Yeah, and that's kind of the thing, like, they have to... They've already made a character that... And I was kind of talking about this earlier with, like Naruto and stories like that, where, like, you have a character that everybody's rooting for, and then that character finishes their story arc, but you still want to end up selling more books. What do you do? And, well, you give them a kid, and you have the kid do stuff, but then that doesn't work because, you know, we're used to Dad's power level when he was 17 and was, like, fighting and killing gods. And now that he's got a kid who's 12, the kid can't fight and kill gods because he'll just die instantly. So, like, what do you do? What do you have them fight? And that's not an easy thing for storytelling. And, I don't know, my answer of, well, just don't do it, it kind of doesn't work, because then you just don't ever tell more stories. But... there's gotta be more energy here. Suddenly the cast from 1 to 8 remains in the same age. I mean, that's just kind of a storytelling thing in general, where, like, the whole course of that narrative had to have taken place over, like, the course of, like, a year or two. Because otherwise, like, Ash spent 20 years? Time existed, but never as a real aspect. Exactly, yeah, like... It reminds me of, there's a thing in Marvel where kind of their way of dealing with the fact that people don't ever age and stay the same was they speculated that there's essentially a powerful super mutant that's out there keeping everybody the same age because they want to and they don't want to grow up themselves. Which, I mean, it works as a fan theory, but, like, in narrative, like, sometimes this stuff ain't that deep. Like, they're the same age because it's a story that they're telling. And they don't want to age them up. And that's all it is. Oh. Oh. Alright, leave the mines. Yeah, like sometimes these stories aren't very deep and we ascribe a lot of stuff to them. Like I was thinking earlier today about like sometimes reading the things on like wiki articles talking about characters and like people just translate like verbatim what the character says about their ability, and I'm just kind of like, haven't you folks ever heard of exaggeration? Like a character says a thing about their ability and the fandom's just like, oh my god, he says it must be true, and it's just like, no. Hence why they have EVOs based on regional variants, can get EVOs or pre-EVOs and normal variants. Plus, all species should have mega evolutions, since it's not a permanent form and it's temporary. I mean, kind of. Like, every game has its own gimmick that it does, and some of those gimmicks have stuck around. Like, I know one of the gens is the one where they introduced double battles, and that has kept... That's stayed around, because that was a good gimmick. But a lot of other ones are just like, no, this was our gimmick for this one game, and we're not bringing it back. Or we do, but we bring it back in a different way that people didn't like as much. Because they kind of brought back Mega Evolutions in the form... They've done it for like the last 2 games. They've had something like Mega Evolutions, but was not distinctly Mega Evolutions. So... get into bed. Yeah. So they've essentially kept the concept of Mega Evolutions around, but they've fiddled with it. Can only apply to second stage species or third stage. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like it's they haven't kept Mega Evolutions explicitly as they were, but they've basically added Dynamaxing in Gen 8 and whatever the crystal variant was in Gen 9. And you could do it to everything. So they've actually taken Mega Evolutions and they've expanded it. And Gen 8 had something that was kind of like Mega Evolutions, because some of the Dynamaxes had like unique forms, and that was neat. But and then Gen 9 basically you could get an evolution or like a mega form that had a weird variant on the typing. Like, I remember one of the trainers in that game, the electric type that everybody was kind of gaga about. She had a ghost that when she crystallized it would turn electric type. But because it was a ghost, it had levitate, so it was immune to ground type moves. And it's a mean fight because you're just like, well, what the fuck do I do against this? But, so they're fiddling with the system. I assume they're going to have something similar to that in the later generations. It's just a question of, like, what it is and the ribbons and, like, the bells and whistles on it. Because they don't... I get the impression they don't just want it to be bigger and more stats. Because they're still playing with the idea. They're still trying to decide what exactly they want it to be and look like. And you can tell because, like, they keep... I mean, just seeing what they're doing. They keep fiddling with the idea. Oh, so many potatoes. And then we're going to bring out all the parsnip seeds. Raichu had a regional variant, but not Pikachu or Pichu. Yeah, I mean, not every Pokemon's created equal. Alright, so I have enough to replant one other time. In that context, it would have some logic, yeah. Also, they could just have, like, the logic of, like, different... Like, the reasons why certain areas have different types of Mega Evolutions is because of the local flora or fauna that individual Pokemon are consuming. Like, they're just literally eating different things. And, yeah, in the Johto region, they didn't have things nutrient-rich enough to support Mega Evolutions. That's why they didn't have them. And then, you know... This other region has the Crystal Evolutions because something in the local diet does it. But that's basically aspiring... That's applying logic to a game that is really supposed to be for children. And having adults be like, well, if you look at this factually, it's just like, no. No, don't do that. You failed the test. Like, it's fun to theorize, but... Like, that's the sort of thing I can see people would like fist fight over at a convention, and don't take your fandom that seriously, folks. It's supposed to be fun. Like, I understand we all want to be right. I sure know I do. Most of the time. But, like... Oh, and I could water it all. So good. Yeah, toxic fandom ain't fun. Get the point. Follow the series since it began when you were 12. Yeah. Yeah, I did it when I was a kid too. So like, it's hard to let go of that, like, childlike way of looking at, like, this is the way it is. This is the way it has to be. And like, yeah, Pokemon is going to be around probably for the duration of this like generation of people. It's not going anywhere. The kids might, like, our kids might learn it too. But then, there is kind of the question of, like, what happens later for, like, the next generation of Poke fans. And might or might not stick around. It's hard to say. Because at some point, Pokemon's going to be the lame thing that the adults are all, like, happy about. And, like, and it's funny. Like, it's going to be, like, oh my god, Dad, you won't stop talking about Pokemon and how great it was when you were a kid. It's a lame series, Dad. And just Dad's there absolutely losing his shit. Like, no, Junior, you don't understand. It was amazing. And it was a beautiful time. You just don't understand. Here, watch my DVD collection again. It's up to the main creators of the series, but it would make sense for those that were lost eventually to earn such things, aside from legendaries or mythicals. Yeah. Alright, so I need stone. I forget what else I need for this. Just grab a couple things. Oh, it was money. I think it was money. I think it was that, and stone, and money. Let's go see Robin. Yeah, even I have, like, my times in fandom where I was just not exactly toxic, though that's not the worst way to describe it. But, like, I used to be on, like, forums for the Bleach manga when it was coming out. And I literally made a forum name that was just, I hate idiots. That's what I called it. Because I was so tired of people just having these crack ideas about stuff. And it's just like, no, you are completely off base. You have no idea what you're talking about. Like, you're just being dumb. And I hate you. Shut the actual fuck up. Just like... And I would just, like, have, like, online sites where I could go and, look at the chapters and just correct everybody. And I was just in my correction phase. Cool, man. Take care. I'll talk to you later. I don't think I ever really dated Maru much in this game. Like, she's cool. She's chill. Oh, that fucking silo. Finally got that fucking silo done. This way it's probably faster just to go here now. You know what? Actually, I should fill up my water buckets. It's right by the river. But yeah, fandom is kind of a fun thing if you find a good one, but after a point, like, to a certain size, it just starts getting toxic. And I've heard a few people talk about how toxic fandoms can get. A ripe parsnip. Deliver one to me today. Maybe not, Evelyn. But it's one of those things that, like, have your fun, but don't ruin that fun for other people. I feel like my I hate idiot God. My I hate idiot years had value for me growing as a person because I stopped being that guy. But like, I had some growing to do as a human being. Alright. So, what do we got here? What's making that one flex? I need one of those, I need one of those. Need one of those. Oh, I can do an iron. All of those. I think I need 99 of those. I know what I need that for. Oh, I do have some more slime over here. Okay. Organize some of this inventory space. You go there, you stay up here, down there, down there, down there, down there. I can sell you, or eat you, that works too. Oh, nice, this is done now. Close the door. Stay in here, chickens. Eat all your delicious grass. Keep that gold star leak. Like, it's worth money, but also it's so much energy. You know what? Fuck it. I'm making the decision now. Just sell it. Just sell it. Everything's gotta go. Alright. Well, while that stuff's cooking, you know what? No, because that iron bar doesn't take too long. And that copper is gonna be done long before the iron. Let's see. Is iron 2 hours? I mean, I guess I could track geodes too. That would work. It's a little bit early in the game to start cracking geodes, though. I don't really have a reliable income source yet. Iron takes a lot longer to make than I remember. And once Robin gets that silo built, then I can really start digging into things. Alright, there's my iron bar. And I can put this stuff away. Okay, there we go. Now we're going off to turn some things in. But yeah, I've kind of been out of a lot of fandoms for the past few years, because a lot of the stuff I've been watching and interacting with has been smaller communities. Like, the last fandom I was really a part of was like the Critical Role fandom, and saw a bit of that, and as wholesome as that show usually is, they still had toxic people in that fandom. I remember there was a scene from an early Critical Role episode in, well, not early, but it's in campaign 2, where the characters went to help like a guest character with a quest, and they were trying to retrieve a bowl that had some connection to Tiamat, I think. And like, one of the characters just kind of did something sneaky and tried to walk off with the bowl, and other people called them out on it. Hey, Subtle. It's going pretty well. The demo, I did not pay enough attention to the demo when I was like prepping it, and I didn't realize until afterwards that the demo was only like 20 minutes. So, whoopsie. Abby's not in her room. Yeah, it's a fun game though. Like, it had like this nice like Paper Mario graphics of like a two-dimensional object on a three-dimensional space, or an isometric space. Your duck detective, you had a quack button. Literally, you had a button that would just make him quack. And then it was a lot of like finding ingredients for puzzles and like deducting things, which they do spell deductions with a K, which is fantastic. So it's puns. It had good art. It's definitely something I would consider getting, like as a regular game and streaming the rest of it. But yeah, like the impression I get is that you were hired to like figure out who stole like the lunch sandwiches at this place. If you go back and watch the VOD to check it out, sure. Should be fun. Should be fun. Do I want to buy more parsnip seeds? Not really. I've got enough to replant everything. Yeah, I'll keep what I have now. Save my money mostly. And then my axe isn't done. Oh, I know what I could do. I can use the pick to break a couple of rocks on the farm. Sounds interesting, but you see your father around this time. That's fine, man. I'm appreciative when anybody shows up for stream, because I did my years of pickaxe cannot break the rock. Damn it. I do need iron for that. Do I actually have enough to like get an iron upgrade? I don't think so. No, definitely not enough iron. Yeah, I had my yeah, because I was thinking the other day about like how long it took for me to hit affiliate. It was like 3 years, because I streamed for 1 year and only got like 20 followers, and a lot of them were like people I knew. It was not good. And then I came back and started using a PNG model and did better, and got more people following and interacting. And then it was still 2 years of that. I don't do this, but I definitely just learn. Just do it for yourself, even if it's one person watching or 1,000. It's a mixture of luck and charisma. A little bit of that. Like, there's some planning you can do, and the people that succeed and do well, like, I can kind of see why. Because sometimes it is very much like, yeah, they bought a nice model, and they did good marketing, and then, you know, this and that and the other thing. Like, there are reasons why people do well in this space. I am completely out of hay for them. They're gonna be grumpy if it starts raining. So like I can definitely do better at some of that and like the branding. I was actually thinking about like redesigning my models a little bit around like a better color palette. Because I was thinking about getting like a nice live 2D model. Enjoyable to watch, very interactive, so it does baffle me. Yeah, but it's the discovery. And unfortunately for Discovery, if AI art has taught us anything, people will, fuck it, I'll use the word. People will simp super hard for something that is passively pretty, even if there's nothing of substance behind it. Like, all of the VTuber drama these days, like, so much of that is just immature people acting a damn fool about some stuff. And it's just like, no, you're just not mature enough to play in this space and be an adult. But you're here, and we'll have to deal with you, I guess. So, unfortunately, there is a lot of that. But, yeah. But, for me, what's worked is, like, trying to get better at, like, making content and sharing it, which I haven't been doing great lately. Networking and collabing with people. That's honestly, networking has been better for me than most of anything else, because just getting myself out there and interacting with other people and being like, look, I'm a person and I'm sane and I'm reliable. You can hang out with me. And they're like, oh shit, he's right. He's legit. And that apparently goes really far. And I feel like it shouldn't, but it does. So, my deepest sympathies to all of those who've had to deal with like bad collabs and stuff like that and things. Where were these? Oh god, I didn't cash those in. Cause yeah, sometimes people are just weirdly, I don't know. Like I hear people. Linus is telling me about digging in the garbage. People are weirdly like high school in the VTuber space, and people talk about like you're not in high school anymore. I feel like some people enter this space like straight out of high school or like in college. Like it's a very young industry, both in terms of like the entertainment side of it, but also just like how young people are that are in the space. And yeah, it's not surprising me that there's a lot of drama and stuff like that. And then you give somebody who's like 20 and still kind of figuring out who they are an audience and fandom and fame, and yeah, that just does things to people's egos. So I'm not surprised that like people go sideways, but I don't know. I've seen too many people have stuff blow up in their face when they start treating their business account like it's a personal account, and they just kind of just are really toxic on it. And that's not even like I've seen like I would call them like medium-sized streamers, like people big enough to hit partner, but like they're not getting like 100+ concurrent viewers. Like people like them calling out like big names in the VTubing space, people with hundreds of concurrent viewers, thousands of concurrent viewers, and like, oh my god, I can't believe you're not talking about this political issue. Use your space more respectfully. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? Yeah, it's like a school and everybody's got their cliques. Exactly. So like, I'm not too surprised that people have cliques and they're petty about that, but there is a degree of like, even with a clique, like just have the fight. Just have the fight and don't hang out with the person that you don't want to hang out with. Like, some of that is really just, bleh. I don't like it. And no Abby. Yeah, like it's what is the thing that people say online? It's like, try not to challenge difficulty level impossible. Like, you ever see those kind of posts, Subtle? Like, VTuber try not to get outed as something terrible. Challenge level impossible. But no, like for humanity, like, yeah, like for humanity, that's like very much a thing with like tribalism. Like, we cannot stop being really tribal about a bunch of stuff because that's just how we work. Like, that's how that's how humans do. And we're going to build tribes, and we're going to build cliques, and it's just what's going to happen. And there's no easy way to fight that. You're going up against so much of the grain of what it has meant to be a human being who survived in the wilderness by ourselves for hundreds of years, thousands of years. You know, built the kind of civilization that we built. Oh no, it's raining. Oh no, it's raining. Radish salad. Okay. I'm gonna have to go buy some hay. Okay, empty cave. What do I want to do? I'm just gonna get the bats. The bats are so low maintenance. Alright, so she's whacking over there. I should go to the mines and try and progress in there. So yeah, I do get why people are tribal about things, and I get why there's a lot of ego in that kind of lifestyle and living, but it can be very exhausting too. It's kind of why I try to make my space as free of that as I can, though every now and again I break out and I start chatting about that stuff. Like if you watch any of my Dan and Dan collabs with Dan the Draconian, who I am going to do a shout out now. Nope, come on. Give them a shout out. Oh, they were doing a special event. I think they had a birthday recently, actually. Yeah, a few of the Dan and Dan, like we do talk about like topics in the industry. And yeah. Like, so I'm not gonna shy away from that stuff. I keep myself educated about a lot of things, but oh, sorry, Shane. But for me, like a lot of online space and online culture is escapism. Like, I go to social media to socialize and look at media. I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to listen to people complain about politics. That's not what I'm here for. And the people who want to do that, that's fine. They can have their own space and do it. And when... that's kind of why I like vet people that I follow. That's what's actually, honestly, good thing you're here, Subtle. That's why I do a lot of like my vetting for who I follow on social media, because yeah, there are people who have the business account, they have like a social media page for their VTuber avatar, and then they won't stop complaining about politics. Or they're an artist and they won't stop complaining about politics. And I'm just like, I'm not here for that. I am here to look at the pretty and listen to the nice sounding. And there have absolutely been people that I dropped because they just will not stop talking about that. And it's not what I'm there for. It's not that they're wrong. Like, I'm frustrated by it. You can, even talking about it now a little bit, you can hear the frustration in my voice. But, like, they're not wrong. I'm not saying that they're woke or they're, like, it's not a woke thing for me. But it is a little bit of just, like, I've hit the point where I know what I think and feel about a topic. And at that point, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm done. Used to be a very emotional person who would fight politics or current events with misinformation. And once that information try and straighten them out, and then you got wise. So you get it. Yeah, for me, the big thing was like after the 2016 election in the U.S., like I didn't follow a lot of conservative people. I followed a lot of fairly liberal people. And so many of them just lost their damn minds for 4 years and just fucking hate watched everything. And it was just exhausting to be around. Back to chickens. Yeah, it went wild. Yeah, because it's the first time in some people's political life where things were that bad for them, like, and for whatever we might say about former President Trump, possibly next President Trump, we don't know. Like, he's kind of what's on the tin. Like, he's very forward-facing with who he is, and I don't feel like Bush Jr. was like that. I don't remember enough of Clinton or Bush Sr. to like really comment about them. I was too young to really care. And like Bush Jr. was kind of like, I remember him from like the Daily Show talking about him, and they kind of described him as a dumb fuck. It's terrible on social media, to be honest. Nothing bad happened when I live. Actually, things improved. Everything was so cheap. Yeah. Alright, there's my axe. Yeah. So yeah, it's complicated. It's not worth getting upset about that stuff. Yeah, because like, you can get upset about inflation. It's not going to change the way inflation's working right now. Like, I was just thinking earlier this morning about like medical costs. Like, I was unemployed for a couple stints, like back like about 10 years ago, and at the time I had to get on Obamacare for medical coverage, and it was like $100 a month for insurance, and it was like $1,500 or a $2,000 deductible, no more than $3,000. It wasn't great insurance, but it was serviceable. And then like just last year I left my job and I was looking to get on insurance again, and it was like $500 like monthly payments for a $10,000 deductible. It was crazy. And that's just like a 10-year difference. The price went up 5-fold. Now, I assume some of that's probably because of like COVID, and like insurance companies had to spend so much money that, you know, it's a once in a century pandemic. They weren't expecting to have to spend any of that money. And they're trying to recoup costs, but like it's hideously expensive. More iron. Hey, nice. Much as like free healthcare, talk to some British friends. Well, the problem with the British, like, actually, that's kind of funny. British politics is something I'm actually fairly well informed about, because I started watching like a channel talking about British politics because I couldn't stand listening to the American stuff without just getting furious. But yeah, the British politics is fucking wild. You're right. Like the whole Brexit thing and all of that mess, and like that was nuts. Like in the last couple years, they've had like multiple prime ministers. The Queen's died. They left the European Union. Like the Boris person, you know, well, which person do you want? Are we talking about the one who was there for like less than 2 months, or the one that's there currently? Because yeah, the person who replaced Boris Johnson 100% made it worse in the short term. I occasionally like to joke that, like, she met the Queen, shook her hand, and then the Queen noped out 2 days later. Yeah, the 2 months one was way, way worse. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, the current guy is kind of just in a bad spot of, like, his party didn't want him. Like, not the general electorate, but, like, the politicians did. So, he's not well liked by his party, who is absolutely expressing that in like every poll that everyone's looking at. And his party just kind of fucked up government for years and years. So like they're not going to get reelected. They weren't doing well. Glad you got rid of Boris. Yeah, people had a lot of problems with Boris Johnson. I'm just hoping they don't get like a Nigel Farage to replace Sunak. Because Farage would just be... He'd be like the British version of Trump, and I don't think that would do well for that country. Alright, more bat wings. But yeah, the current guy's just kind of in the unenviable situation of just like nobody... The people that wanted him there didn't get their chance, and the person they did elect was a clusterfuck. And now they're just kind of like making the best of a bad situation. And I remember during like the leadership election where he looked like he was winning, and then he was losing, and then he just all of a sudden started really changing his opinions on policies and stuff to try and please people to get elected. And then that's kind of how he's governed, like, unfortunately. Oh my god, stop throwing bats at me. I don't want bats right now. Ooh, monster compendium. Love British politics. You know, if we could bring back anybody, I want to bring back that guy who used to shout order in the House of Commons. That guy was fun. He at least made it interesting. There's that. There's a bat. Nice. Oh god. Oh god. There's death everywhere. Okay. Oh, come on. No. Get away from me, you little shit. Okay, so I have the patches to the next floor, and that is an elevator floor. Nice. So let's crack a few rocks. Oh, inventory's full. Let's eat some kit carrots then. Ooh, I got one of these. Nice. Haha, I lived, motherfuckers. Die, 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 die. You know, you're stuck in a corner there. You're not going to hurt me. We got some iron over here. What are you doing? Cut the damn thing. No, not bad. Fine, I'll leave. Oh, and that thing. Okay, monsters have a small chance to drop double loot. Nice. I'll take that. New boots! Yeah, apparently that's like a new thing that they added. Not sure what's up with that, but it is also 9:30 in the game, so time to leave. And go over here and sell some stuff before they close for the night. Maybe buy some stuff too, actually. Leather boots. Oh, they have a claymore. I think I needed a claymore at this stage. Yeah, we're buying the claymore. Yeah, the minimum damage on this thing is better than the maximum damage on my old weapon. Heck yeah. Gonna be mowing down slimes. Bonus defense, bonus to weight. It's just slower. But not bad for $2,000. So I think the next weapon upgrade you get is like a lava katana? Maybe? That's a good ways in. Like if you don't get a drop, this claymore is actually really good. Oh, right, because I need to put stuff in storage first. Alright. Get in the box. Okay. I could have eaten those. Oh, I already gave him an aquamarine? No, I didn't. I am misreading this. Purple quartz. Gunther. Okay. Okay. Those are going to be worth cracking at Gunther. You know what? Let me organize a few things. Okay. So that's better. So we'll put the mayo away for now. It's 11 something. So, yeah. Dump the mayo in the bin and then come back in the morning. I almost missed Queen of the Sauce. Alright, breezy tomorrow. Damn it, cat. Combat leveled up. And I heard a noise, which maybe the silo's done? Bookseller in town today. Alright, so yeah, my silo finished. New ideas to sleep on, because yeah. Parsnip. I think I needed 2 more? But I am short by a little bit, but it's fine. The parsnips are honestly here mostly just to get me levels. A little bit of money's not bad, but... Any thoughts about trying Shadows of Doubt? I don't think I've heard of that one. What genre is that? The generated detective game. It's like AI generated detective game or like procedurally generated? No, that was not the right angle. Yeah, good question. Yeah. I have seen them do some interesting stuff with like AI gen for some of the games. There is one where like you were a vampire trying to like sneak into people's houses and like it would read your vocal output and actually like put that in game and dialogue and it would react to that like in real time, and that was kind of a neat trick. But I don't know. I'm jaded enough to look at that and be like, okay, so they got this neat technology here. I wonder what they're going to do with the AI model they build from it. You pay for it monthly, you don't own it. Give me a sec to deal with my eggs. Let me see. Shadows of Doubt. What is this? It's on Steam. Mercy of Detective Sand... Oh, it's on my wishlist already. So that answers that question. Set in a fully simulated sci-fi noir verse. Think like a private investigator and take jobs. If we don't catch them, they'll kill again. Yeah. It is currently 25% off on Steam. Maybe I would play that. I mean, it's definitely on my wish list, so it's a consideration at this stage already. That stuff was all there. Go with that. We're cutting down the tree. That's for damn sure. If you like Detective, Shadows of Doubt is for you. So, I'm not 100% sure how much I like detective stories. Like, I've never been, like, a big mystery fan. Procedurally generated sandbox stealth game. Yeah, okay, good. So, procedurally generated. That's fine. It gets to live. So like I was never a big like noir detective person growing up, but I read the Dresden Files, and the Dresden Files are steeped in noir like storytelling. That is 100% what those games are just about. Just a matter of when the detective grows on all of us. Yeah, like it's a fun storytelling genre. Fill up silo. Love being an old-timey beat detective. Yeah, I have a couple of games I could play for that. I was actually looking at my options for games to play now that I beat Chained Echoes, and there was a couple of them that were like noir visual novel style games. Might start up on those. Because nothing wrong with that. I've been kind of craving a visual novel thing. I did Chained Echoes and Cassette Beast because I was looking for like RPG, like to scratch that itch, and I might be more of like a visual novel mood these days. So yeah, maybe I'll check that one out, or the Duck Detective one, because they went full like noir on the Duck Detective one. Man, you're gonna love that game. Like, he spent the last of his money on bread. Like, it's a good time, man. Like, Eugene McQuack. Or something like that was his name, I think. Oh no, an ad break! How dare the ad break interrupt my conversation about duck detectives? Alright, so that's gonna go there. I do have 10 now, though, and I needed that for a thing. So, let's dump you in the bin. Is this still useful? No, I've turned that in, so I found one before. I think I found a yam and a winter root earlier. What else we got here? Catfish. No. Hey, it's Abby. Coal is so bad for that one. Copper's worse. It's not terrible. Eh. Clay's good, actually. I'm short on clay. Damn it, of all the things it could have pulled, I got a double. Iron. Bleh, stone. That's good. Not bad. I'll take it. Not bad. More copper. That's actually a really bad pull for copper. There's that. Welcome back from that really inopportune ad break. We were chatting about detective novels, I think. Or detective stories. Oh, I forgot to bring my chewing stick with me. Damn it! Admittedly, that sentence doesn't make much sense in retrospect, but hey, got some starfruit seeds at least. And 9 melon seeds, which actually saves me money. And that's the whole reason why I broke up some geodes now. Because why not get melon seeds before I need them? Alright. Yay, I caught the hair across. I'm sorry you didn't get it, Subtle. Man tossed an Ultra Ball. Damn right he did. Alright. Clay. Ooh, a bell. Alright. Alright. So those go in there. Now I get to go back and deposit a bunch of this stuff and put it away. And I'm gonna fill up my water bucket too. But yeah, no. So I'm not super into the detective genre, but I did read a lot of like the Dresden Files, and I know they have a lot of like the same themes in them. So those are fun. I like them. I think I reread them kind of recently too. Went through the whole series and did a good once over again. Took a really long time between some of the books, but it's kind of funny. Like I have a couple of authors that I'm kind of like want to sass a little bit for taking a really damn long time to get from one book to the next. But the author behind the Dresden Files is one of the ones I've been like, oh no, you get a pass. Because it basically was like, he got divorced, moved, got remarried, moved again. And he's like, yeah, sorry, it's had an effect on my ability to make books. And I'm like, it's cool, man. You take your time. I'll be happy when the book's ready. Take care of yourself. And then, entertainingly enough, the next book he came out with was not very good. Unsurprisingly. But it was basically like the setup prequel book for the one that came afterwards, which came out 6 months later and was much, much better. Because, yeah, it was basically like they wanted to have a big thing happen, and they couldn't have it happen in the same book without it just being hideously long. So they kind of tied it together really well. So we're going to go here for the fish first. And yeah, there we go. But no, the noir detective games I did play were the Dark Side Detective. Because I saw somebody playing them and they looked really fun. And best of all, they were really fucking stupid. And boy oh boy, do I like me a dumb game that knows it's dumb and has fun with that. Because it is glorious. Yeah, charcoal kiln. And absolutely that's the vibe that Dark Side Detective is going for. Like, minute one, you pull up to a crime scene, and the cop that's there is like, damn it, I almost shot you, detective. You're like, but I'm your partner. And he's like, yeah, and I drove up in a police car. Yeah, and you're also a police officer. Yeah, and it's like, you are the dumbest sumbitch. I swear to God. Oh God, it's like 4 o'clock. Yeah. I will spend my resources on other things. Yeah, like Darkside Detective just knows what it is right from the start, and it has fun with it. And it's great. I do recommend those games to anybody that's interested in like playing a like point and click adventure solving game. It's not going to really scratch that noir itch because the main characters are a bit too stupid. I say that with love, but they are a bit too stupid. But they're charming in their own way. They actually had a cameo of them in Coffee Talk. Coffee Talk 2 has them as a cameo, which was the neat thing when it happened. You actually get to see their faces. I'm pretty sure you get to see their... Yeah, I think you get to see their faces. Because they don't have faces in the game. Like, they're just... Faces are just blank. And any kind of, like, merch they put out of the characters also has the same design. But in Coffee Talk 2, they 100% have faces. And you get to see, like, oh, this is their eye, and their mouth, and their facial features. And, oh, cool. So, it was neat. I was so excited when they showed up. Pretty sure those VODs are still on my YouTube, actually. Right, speaking of which, this is a good time to point out my YouTube again. I has a YouTube account. I upload clips and VODs there. Go check out if you want to see more of me. Oh, grunt noises. Content creation. Oh, maybe not those noises. Let's see here. But cool, so I finished another mini bundle. I got some stuff to sell. I might as well pick the flower and sell it, because why not? Actually, Abby was a cheap date. I actually need to look up what Abby likes. I just know she likes the flower that... Or not the flower, the gemstone that matches her hair. And I did not have any Iron Mars done, but I do have enough to actually do an iron upgrade or something. Though I should not do that so close to the beginning of summer. That is a bad idea. Come on. And I don't have that here. I'm going to close this before I get myself into trouble. Okay. We're just going to put you down over here, out of the way. Hey, went into the silo. Good. Alright. And I still can't crack the rocks. But I can crack the small ones that kept getting in my way that I wasn't seeing. There's that. Break those. Break you. Oh, there was a rock there. Alright, a little bit more energy used up. Damn it! Chicken statue! How dare you! I just turned my shit in. Alright, where's my chewing stick? Up the rocks there. Other ones here. I don't want to get rid of that. I should build some tappers too, actually. What do tappers use? Wood and copper. Put the wood back, and then I need to... do that, and then we got one type of tree here, different type of tree there, third type of tree. Right? Yeah, the leaves are different. Alright. And it is 11:20. We should go to bed. Farming. Animal products are worth more or crops are worth more? Rancher does not apply to the processed ingredients though, so tiller is worth more. Foraging. More wood or chance for double harvest of foraged items? This one actually is one where they're both kind of good. Double, 25% more wood is actually kind of useful. Gatherer though. It's nice. Gatherer's so nice. Yeah, see we got $2,000 up there. And made back some of the money for this. Nice. One day I'll find you, Rooster, and then you're gonna die. Flower dance tomorrow. Oh, there's that. If you find a partner, do a thing. I don't know if I've ever actually succeeded in finding a partner for the dance in year 1. I probably could if I kept giving Abby stones. Or Emily probably would. I think Emily is somebody that would be a very... She seems like she likes everybody. Unfortunately, for Clint, not everybody the way they want to be liked, but... No, that's kind of Clint's problem. Parsnip seeds. And I should still... You know what? I actually might not have time to get the rest of those parsnip seeds to grow. Alright. Just that. And then that. And then some of that. I wish I had the nicer sprinklers. I don't even think I can build them yet, but I wish I had the nicer sprinklers. They trivialize so much of this watering. Pet chickens. Alright. So I have... What's my itinerary for today? Abby, Gunther, Mines. Right. Let's get going. There's Abby. Take my rocks. Abby has one heart with me. She's not going to want to dance. Then to Gunther, then back into the mines. Donate. Alright, Gunther, hold on to that for me. I'll come back for the chicken statue. So was it what, like 45 last time or 50? I think it was a 50. And that was just a regular leak. Do you want the... There. I don't hate you! You're actually kind of a cool guy and very chill. Anybody has to sleep on. Alright, solar essence. Nice. Come here. There's that. Coal. Aquamarine. I think this is a fairly quick floor. As long as I don't get a spiral. Hey, dwarf scroll. Nice. Come here, bat. Ooh, a bomb. Nice. There you go. Now to start working on the rocks. There's that. Alright, did I need anything else from the ghost other than the solar essence? Because I know that's a thing I need. Because that is definitely community center. Another solar essence. That works. There's that. That is the fastest I've found stairs. That is the only monster on this floor. They're both down. Let me go over here and all right. $57. Eat that. Eat that. Should do the castle stages pretty soon too. There's that. Sorry for the silence there, chat. Brain is shutting off a little bit. Stardew is one of those games where you can just kind of go for a while. Forest Sword? How's that different damage? Oh, it's much weaker than what I have. Alright, he's down. I got a bomb. I could just bomb something. That's Save myself some time and trouble. There's some stairs. I'm gonna go down here and get this iron, though. Cave carrot. And it's a spiral. It could be the first rock or the last, and I don't have enough for a pair of stairs. That was a crit. Eat some salmon berries, top off. There's that. It's been a while since I've got tremendously unlucky in a stage. This might be the one. At least I know I have the resources to make it there. Just a question of how much time I'll have left when I'm leaving. Oh, there's stairs right up ahead. Sweet mercy. Thank you. It's a crystal knife, right? Crystal dagger. Yeah. Stretchy stretches. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call stream once we're done with this particular day, because I can feel myself, like, mentally kind of just being done and needing to get on to some other things. So, I have enjoyed today's stream. That first game was great. I will have to pick up the duck game. And that's a lot of shit that I need to sort and put out. Alright, so those and that and that and that and that. That and do that. Give myself one fewer messes to clean up next time I turn this on. One and say one, and we'll toss both of those in. Make a bit of money from that. Mining proficiency up. Glowstone ring. Nice. And convert copper to iron. Still decent money. Most of that was from the mayo, actually. Yeah, those parsnips are not worth... Well, okay, it was one. Gold Star parsnip is actually still worth a lot less than mayo. And you don't get it every day. But I do believe it is time to look for somebody to raid. Let's see who's on Twitch right now. Got Aito and Joey and... bunch of people who are much bigger than me. Got Zob. You know what? I think we'll raid him. Yeah, we're gonna raid Joey. He's a friend of Malice. Hangs out in chat sometimes. He's a good person. Seems cool. He is playing Don't Starve Together. So thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever it is in your part of the world. I'm going to share some links and stuff here to my Discord, to my socials, and also to my YouTube channel, which I've done several times already this stream, but I'm doing it again. But, yeah, I should have next week's schedule out later today. I'm going to have to pick some new games, which is going to be interesting. But, yeah. Anyway, take care of yourselves, everybody. I'm going to get the raid started. And y'all have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye now.